Karl Marx conceptualized that social mechanisms emerge that systematically distort inferior classes' collective conscience. Marx asserts that if these consciousness-shaping machines did not work, then the underclass, always a majority, would overthrow the system of their domination.
In other words, institutions of authority endow false values meant to keep inferior classes in a state of ignorance. What might these institutions be? One example would be religion.
Marx sees religion as a product of man and an opiate of the masses. Religion comes to divert people's attention from their miseries, which are the consequences of exploitation. This is obvious in low-income U.S. areas, where the number of religious centers and religious presence are greater than in higher-income areas.
One's faith begins at a young age with the influence of their parents or other authority figure. That in itself is a form of false consciousness. Kids are being taught a certain religion without learning about alternative forms of faith, therefore being forced to believe in worship practices they might not agree with. Without being made aware of different practices, the child is unknowingly oppressed.
Ignorance and complacency, the two cornerstones of false consciousness, are notable within the media industry. Cultivation theory claims that heavier exposure to TV affects perception of reality based on what's seen on TV. Heavier TV users are more likely to be anomic, to believe in the meanness of the world, and to fear possible crime victimization.
So when a country has a handful of conglomerates that control over 90% of that country's media, or when a government nationalizes and controls all media within its borders, and the general public are left to consume whatever these entities choose to produce, it's no surprise that the people's perceptions are gradually, quietly distorted from reality.